We'd like to warn you that there's some graphic content ahead, which may not be suitable for all audiences. Hi, I'm Scott Margolin, and welcome to the Shark Dive episode. We're back in beautiful Jupiter, Florida, where we're joined by the 3 arc flash survivors you met earlier in the week. We're going to take them shark diving to illustrate the extraordinary parallels on how you can do something inherently dangerous, like swimming with sharks or working with arcs, safely. Here's Jason Brosen.
There's a real and present cost to arc flash injuries.
Brandon Fireball Smith.
And my percentage of burn was 41%. They said I was 5 minutes away from losing my life.
And Brandon Schrader.
You get one life, you get one chance to go out there and make safety a priority. And if you don't, you and your family are ultimately going to pay the price.
They're joined by William Watson, who's Vice President of Safety at Miller Electric and Chair of the NECA Large Contractor Safety Committee.
The value of life is more important than the value of any revenue.
We meet at the marina, and just like you need a hot work permit acknowledging the risks to work energized, you need to acknowledge the risks and sign a waiver to dive with sharks.
I'm looking forward to the dive. I did a little research ahead of time. This company does 2 dives a day for the last 10 years. Nothing's gone wrong. That gives me confidence in the people that are taking me out there.
I have spent a considerable amount of my life trying to specifically avoid sharks, so I figure it's just time to pay my taxes.
You nervous?
No, man, I'm stoked. So whether it's arcs or sharks, I'm only going to put my life on the line like that if we've got the right training, the right PPE, and the right service provider.
So I've always loved to do crazy stuff, but I always make sure I have somebody with me that's trained and qualified to do it because I know I'll be taken care of when I do it.
And Florida Shark Diving always takes care of us. When your life's on the line, you should only want to work with the very best. We start with the boat safety briefing. Believe it or not, you're much more likely to be injured by the boat than you are by the sharks.
The first step in the hierarchy process of risk is elimination. And I was thinking to myself, I could eliminate this risk by not going out there. But I think we all have risks that we have to take, and I think everything's going to be a great experience, and we're going to learn a few things.
These sharks, they are nothing like the man-eating Jaws kind of Hollywood version that they're made out to be in the media. Your guys' job is extremely simple today. All you have to do is hold that black line with both hands, and basically I just need you to stay as still, as calm, and as quiet as you can be in the water, okay? You don't have to actually be calm. As long as you just appear calm, that's good enough for the sharks. And then guys, please don't touch the sharks today. I know it's tempting, and I know right now you're like, I would never do that, but 20 minutes in is when I start to see the hands kind of reaching out. You get comfortable. The only exception to that rule is if a shark is coming in close and you feel like it might kind of bump you, and you can touch it without reaching for it, then go ahead and just firmly put your hands on the top of its head, push it down and away.
Safety briefing over, we head out for the dive site, 3 miles offshore in 140 feet of water. We're here. We raise the dive flag and chum the water with bonita. Breakfast is served, and look who's already waiting for us. Now it's time to put on our PPE, gear up, and get in.
Nobody forgot their PPE this time.
Boy, I sure didn't, and that was a hard lesson learned. Oh my God, am I really doing this? Is it too late to change my mind?
No, I'm not nervous. My confidence is high because I'm with professionals.
We're gonna have the proper safety gear, so I'm not really nervous. I'm more excited to do it.
In 30 years of shark diving, I've never had this happen. Always look before you leap, literally. I mean, I almost landed on a 7-foot reef shark, which would not have ended well. Situational awareness is key. Thank goodness I saw her.
I'm totally stoked for this dive. I think it's gonna be amazing. I can't believe how close that shark got. I almost reached out and touched him, but I remembered the rules. They're very graceful animals, right? And they seem very, slow and methodical and just kind of moving around in the water.
They're pretty chill. I was surprised how close they came to swim by.
Just how calm and how quickly those things could disappear was a cool thing to see. I mean, you see them and then they're gone.
That was a close pass by a reef shark. Hey, my foot gets some attention here.
When I had that shark come up and brush my fin, I didn't really panic because I just looked at the dive master and I'm thinking, what are they thinking? If they're not panicked, I'm not panicked. And I knew there was 2 people looking out for me.
That's a big female bull shark covered with mating scars. The media usually portrays sharks as ravenous monsters willing to bite anything at any time if there's a drop of blood in the water anywhere. And as you can clearly see, that's simply not accurate. Sharks are by nature cautious, shy animals that you actually have to work to bring close. And it's an absolute privilege to interact with them.
I can't believe that's over. That was not nearly as scary as I anticipated.
So what'd you guys think?
It was great.
Awesome experience, man. Never seen a shark up close, never been snorkeling, so it was fantastic.
That was good. I liked my odds. I kept looking left and right, made sure there were tastier people on both sides. First time I've ever seen a shark and didn't scream, so I was surprised at my reaction to it.
Didn't really know what to expect when I got in there. I didn't really know how I'd react, but once I started seeing how they were very comfortable and they were coming right up to the dive masters, I got relaxed, and then the time just went by very quickly. It seemed like we were there for 5 minutes.
What'd you think about how you were kept safe doing something that seems inherently dangerous?
Just being calm, being comfortable with what you're doing, having trained personnel, having the proper PPE, it all correlates.
Taking your time, settling yourself, and of course the proper training. Whether it's arcs or sharks, when your life is on the line, you always want to pick the best PPE and the best service providers.
Doing exactly what I was told. I paid attention during the safety briefing. I paid attention to what the dive masters were doing, and I could tell I was in a safe environment. I watched them, what they were doing, and if they were calm, I was calm. And I think that's the same thing at work. If you do a safety briefing, you think about what you're doing, you know the task at hand, you know what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and you look out for the people around you, you come back safe, just like we did today.
One thing I like to see is when they were telling us what PPE we needed, nobody hesitated to put it on. I was like, if you have more PPE, I'll wear it too. You know, I wish I'd see that more on a job site and people would really, truly learn to appreciate the hazards that are associated with the work we do, like we appreciate the hazards of jumping in the ocean with some wild animals.
It's a great observation, William. That's exactly the point of our sharks versus arcs comparisons. Everyone is safely back on dry land, where we'll have a roundtable lunch to discuss arc flash, electrical safety, and our guests' key takeaways from Season 4 of Arc Week. Please join us tomorrow for a very unique perspective. William Watson, Vice President of Safety for Miller Electric and the Chairman of the NECA Large Contractors Safety Group, will lead a discussion with our arc flash survivors, summing up everything arc flash safety. Please join us.